I'm going to show you how to create this design into Bootstrap 4 template. You can see this is an image, and we are going to convert this design image into HTML with the help of Bootstrap framework. Fine, let's get into it. Just to show you the basic part, we have used a CDN of Bootstrap. Along with I have included the style sheet of style.css, which is sectional style sheet, and that's it. And I have included the font called Sans, and that's it. Fine, let's get started. Now the very first thing, I need to create a container. Inside the container I need row, inside the row I need column of 6, which is 2 times, and then here I need image, and it is going to be on assets, images, service.jpg. So let me show you how does it looks. It takes time to refresh because we have included the Bootstrap thing, Bootstrap CDN. Fine. Now the next thing, inside the call MD we have h4, and the title I will copy it from here. I have already converted it, and then we have paragraph, and then we need list, this list. So what we do is, I'll create a div, will act as a container for this, and then we have one font awesome icon and h4. The h4 will be in the container called list info, and this is h3. Let's say h4 again, and then the lorem ipsum inside the paragraph, and here we would be adding a span tag with class of font awesome. Let me get the font. If you see, this is how it looks. Let it load. We need one more time the same list, and this time the font, the text is perfect workspace. I think we don't need JavaScript, so let me remove the JavaScript so that we can see the loading time a little faster. I have not used a CDN. Let me use a CDN also, and so far we can see the list. I have used the CDN of this link. Fine. Now we'll use the image to fit into the container. So for that we'll use a class, Bootstrap 4 class, which is going to be image fluid. Now let's add padding, margin top of 5 for this image, and then the same we'll add a class big title, which we will create right now, and then we want a margin bottom to be 4, and again we want margin top to be 4. So let's design the body. Start with body, or for all the element I want margin to be 0, and I want the padding to be 0. Let's add font family, which is this one. This is the font family for all. And now let's design the font paragraph. We can design the paragraph. We want the font size and the line height, and the color is black, and we'll make the opacity at 0.8. The font size is 18 pixel, and the line height is, we'll have 28 pixel line height. And now if you see, it has shown up. Now let's design the h4 the same way. we'll have the color, which is hex code somewhat violet, and then we'll have font size 32 pixel and line height 40 pixel. And now if you see, we can clearly see. So instead of h4, what we do is we'll just give this to big title, which we have given the class h4 with class big title, and other than that and refresh. Fine, you can see now the margin top to margin top as 4, and if it doesn't work, let's try to add this over all the fields. Let me hard refresh. I think we could not see the color. Let's check whether it is applied or not. Yes, it is applied. Fine. Now if you see, the font weight is missing. Let's add the font weight as 600. And now if you see the list, which holds the font awesome icon and the list info, we'll style that. Display, I'm going to use grid, and grid gap is going to be 20 pixel, and grid template column is going to be, the first one is going to be 20 pixel, and the last one will take the width accordingly. Now if I see, and if you notice, it is starting from stop. So if you want the content to be at the center, what you do is you will use align self. Now this content would be at the center of this div call 6. So in any case, this is not working. Let's try to give the manual style. Align self, and it's going to be center. Hard refresh, and there could be a chance that the align self will not be working. Yeah, it is working. It should work, but it is not working. Fine, now it is working because we have given manual style. We are somewhat close. Now again we need to give this, copy the whole style, and now this is going to be again simply the h4. Here we have h4, which is inside list info. Inside list 4, whatever h4 is there, for that we want the font size to be 25. Let's see how does it looks. And yes, and let's design this. We need some margin for this. Let's add a margin top of 3, and let's check and find that is working. Control minus. To get the grayish, you can use the body. You can use the body. Background hash. And if you see, we are somewhat close. This is the image, and this is our template. Fine, that's it.